I am a self-sufficient RuneScape player. One of, if not the first, to have created a self-sufficiency goals and achievements thread. My goals, alongside with playing self-sufficiently, are to maximize profit from all 99s or 120s and to obtain all the best gear. I am Metomaniac9 and this is my progress series. Hey dear viewer, this is the continuation of the hunt for Mr. Pointy. Chapter 200, way too long. The kill count of Araxxi is at 1540. From those kills I've gotten 9 legs, 3 webs, 8 eyes, and no fangs and no pets. If Jagex happens to bully me again with an eye drop or even a web drop, then I'm done and I'm going to start training crafting. So let's hope that this episode is finally the one. Again, I'm starting this video off at my main goal, which is of course Araxxi. This is in fact already the second day of the week, yet it is my first Araxxi day. I didn't kill Araxxi yesterday because I had issues with my video. It actually took me 3 hours or even more to render the previous episodes. Well, not that the rendering itself was slow, but actually the video editor kept crashing on me. I guess I just can't handle rendering 30 minutes plus videos. But what sucks most of all is that the day I missed is an acid shadow rotation day. So that's 3 or 4 kills gone. Who knows, one of them could have had Mr. Pointy. But yeah, at least I gained some experience on how to handle this situation. So in the future there shouldn't be much of a problem anymore. Anyway, today I killed Araxxi 13 times and that went less problematic than rendering those videos. However, I did fear for the last kill, because in the first phase I already lost 5 rocktails and 3 Ceradomin brew doses. Then I suddenly remembered a guide that I used to watch. You know, to learn Araxxi. It told me to get through phase 1 without any foods. Well, so much for that. Anyway, the rest of the kill went fine-ish. Obviously a 220% enraged Araxxi will be as easy to squash as a common house father squashes a harmless little spider after his daughter started screeching from seeing it. Poor little spider. And poor little me too. I didn't get any exclusive. But the common drops do make up for it. 155 Onyx bolts and 6 Onyxes. 6 Onyxes in one day, I don't think I've ever had that. So I'm very satisfied about that. Also, 2 triskelion fragments, that means I can make a full triskelion again. After getting those 6 Onyxes, I really wanted to do a price check. And not just a price check on those Onyxes, but on all of today's loot. I guess you would be interested in seeing that too, am I right? And maybe I'll do that every time now. Those 6 Onyxes are worth almost 10 million GP. And with the rest that's almost 15 million. I think that's pretty nice for just 2 hours. I already told you that I still have a triskelion to do. But before I do that one, I still have a clue in the bank. That clue was given to me by the Dwarven Instinct aura. So let's see what I get from there. Well, I'd be quite content with that if I didn't have reroll, but I do have one. So let's hope for an increase by 100,000% again. Or why not even more? And no increase whatsoever. Sadly the opposite is true. And I get a dragon ornament kit, which can rot in the bank with the others. Well, at least this one has more chance of being used than a dragon full helm ornament kit. Why are these even in the game actually? Oh, and this episode starts out death-free, and that makes 8 days without dying at the Araxxi hive. Now to get rid of that triskelion, in a useful manner of course. Gems, okay, they'll go to my gem collection, awaiting usage. That triskelion fragment is nice as well. Let's see what's hiding in this casket. No super item, but the reward is still over 300k. So that's kinda like the story where unity makes strength, as I spoke about in the last episodes. And yeah, the value is nice, but the items are nice as well. Those royal dragon hides will definitely come in handy for crafting. I'm loving those prayer pots as well. And then there's that 50k and runite bars. So all in all, that's nice rewards. The Barrows die finally sold, and that for 247 million. Sadly that's under the guide price. I really expected it to be above it. And actually I was hoping for over 300 mil. I guess 247 million isn't that bad either. Especially since I don't have that many expenses. Oh yeah guys, about the last episode, Joe brought a couple of issues to my attention. On some moments in the video, you could hear an echo in the back. And later in the video, some numbers were out of place as well. I guess the root of that problem lies with the rendering itself. Because as I said, it crashed a couple of times. To actually be able to render the full video, the full 30 minutes, I had to divide the video in half and render both parts individually. Then I rendered them together. So something must have gone wrong in that process. Well, at least I learned something from this. I don't think I'll be making 30-minute videos anymore. Honestly, I'd prefer to make 2 videos a week instead of 1. Would you guys prefer 2 shorter videos in 1 week or 1 long one? Be sure to leave that in the comments. But since I already skipped 1 RS day, I don't think I'm going to start making 2 videos a week from now on. Or maybe I should. Well, when you're watching this video, you'll already know the answer. Anyway, now back to Araxxi, and I've experienced a very unfathomable moment. So I basically wanted to loot Araxxi, and one tick before I do, just one tick, a broadcast appears. This broadcast says, Enraging has received Araxxi's Fang drop. Man, just look at that name, Enraging. This can't possibly be coincidence. This just has to be man-made. What I'm thinking right now is that JMod has written a code that prevents me from finding Mr. Pointy. Doesn't this moment prove it? Seriously, Jagex is literally trolling me at the moment. So now that I called them out for that, I hope they actually stop now. That takes care of 13 kills. And I've survived relatively well. Actually, I'm starting to think I'm as good with magic as I am with ranged. Honestly, I would love to try ranged again though. But Mr. Pointy says no. And that brings me to the loot, where no Mr. Pointy is spotted. But what else is new, right? There are actually no exclusives at all. But am I sad? Well, about not getting Mr. Pointy, yeah, I am sad. But honestly, I got like 6 Onyxes again, exactly like yesterday. I guess the Pokemon hype manifests itself in RuneScape now. So it's like Araxxi is playing along and says, Onyx, go! Well, I can't quite beat that one because my yak isn't a water Pokemon. The price check of today's loot is nearly a copy of that of yesterday. In value it's almost the same. Well, yesterday was a bit higher, but it's almost 50 million as well. So that is truly fantastic. And that makes almost 30 million in 4 hours of Araxxi. So that makes over 7 mil an hour. And that with just common drops. Well, I guess the longer Mr. Pointy stays away, the richer I get. And maybe that's the plan of Mr. Pointy all along. Oh yeah, that's 9 days without dying, and I didn't even break a sweat. Come at me, Araxxi. Well, tomorrow is the Shadow Minion rotation, so maybe I should just shut up, cause that'll kick me in the ass again. Well guys, that's the end of this episode. And as you see, I've decided to make 2 a week now. I hope that I can keep that up anyway, cause that'll be high maintenance. Anyway, in this episode I did not find Mr. Pointy, which doesn't come as a surprise at all. So, you know what you can expect in the next episodes. There you'll find out if Jagex finally stopped trolling me. And I hope you liked this little episode. If you did, press that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do that as well. And something else very important, leave your thoughts in the comments below. So I guess I'll see you in a couple of days, in the next episode.